Can you believe the year 2000 was 24 years ago?
It was a lot back in the year 2000. Not much has changed, but now I have gray hair. Gray hair.
I feel so old. Anyway, this year I've decided to officially recognize the early 2000s as vintage. With that being said, here is a list of the top 10 gay movies from the early 2000s.
Follow the yellow brick road.
It was a lot back in the year 2000. Not much has changed, but now.
Before we get into the video, I'm probably going to pronounce some words different from what you're used to. But before you leave a comment to correct my English, check out this video. I'll put a link to that video in the description. Madonna and Rupert Everett stars in this 2000 comedy drama. The story revolves around Abby, portrayed by Madonna, a yoga instructor, and her best friend Robert, portrayed by Rupert Everett, a gay landscape architect.
Want any more, so what?
1989? Maybe I'd like to have a family before it's too late.
After a night of celebrations, they end up in bed together, leading to an unplanned pregnancy. Instead of pursuing the traditional romantic relationship, they decide to raise a child together as platonic co-parents. The unconventional arrangement brings challenges as they navigate parenthood, relationships, and social expectations. The movie faced particular scrutiny for its handling of the sensitive themes and received backlash for its perceived inability to strike a balance between comedy and drama. Despite its shortcomings, some viewers appreciated the chemistry between the lead actors and found moments of charm within the movie. And I'm pretty sure I would have been crucified in the comments by fans if I didn't include this Madonna movie in my top 10 list. Howie Blitzer, portrayed by Paul Dino, is a troubled 15-year-old boy dealing with the recent death of his mother and the emotional distance from his father.
Hey, what you got going for you here?
Nothing. I think I might be going with you, man.
All right!
He finds himself drawn into the world of a charismatic ex-Marine named Big John Harrigan, played by Brian Cox. Cox's character becomes an unlikely mentor for the troubled teen despite his past, which, for obvious reasons, is too explicit to get into in this video. The movie explores the themes of loneliness, vulnerability, and the complexity of human relationships. The movie received acclaim for its bold exploration of uncomfortable and controversial themes, delving into the psychological and emotional aspects of the characters. Brian Cox's portrayal of Big John was particularly lauded for its complexity and depth. While the movie is not without its controversies, due to its subject matter, it was generally appreciated for its courage in addressing difficult issues and the thought-provoking nature of its narrative. The Matthew Shepard story is a made-for-TV movie that premiered in 2002 and was directed by Roger Spottiswoode.
Oh God, I can't believe I just did that.
No, it's okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'll see you tomorrow.
No, I just...
The movie recounts the tragic true story of Matthew Shepard, a young gay man who became the victim of a brutal hate crime in Laramie, Wyoming in 1998. The narrative focuses on the events that led up to the attack, the aftermath, as well as the impact on Matthew's family. The movie aims to shed light on the consequences of homophobia and the fight against hate crimes. Critics generally appreciated the Matthew Shepard story for its emotional portrayal of a heartbreaking story and the social issues it addresses. Stockard Channing and Sam Waterston received praise for their compelling performances as Matthew's grieving parents. The movie was commended for its efforts to bring attention to the devastating effects of hate crimes and discrimination based on sexual orientation. However, some critics noted that the movie could be more emotionally intense due to the subject matter and that it occasionally relied on familiar TV movie conversations.
Mom, it's 9:30.
It's not just the time. It's just...
Right to my hips.
Hi.
Gone But Not Forgotten centers around the character of Mark, played by Matthew Montgomery, a successful young advertising executive from Portland, Oregon, who becomes romantically involved with a mysterious man named Drew.
That's refreshing.
What are you waiting for?
I think I'll pass, thanks.
As their relationship develops, Mark discovers that Drew has a mysterious past and is haunted by a tragic event of his previous lover that went missing. The movie delves into the themes of love, loss, and the impact of unresolved trauma. As Mark unravels the secrets of Drew's past, he becomes entangled in a complex web of deceit and danger. The mystery surrounding the disappearance of Ju's former lover adds suspense to the narrative, and the movie explores the psychological toll of unresolved mysteries on the characters involved. While some critics praise its atmospheric storytelling and its suspenseful elements of the plot, others found fault in the movie's pacing and the handling of certain narrative twists. The movie received recognition for its attempt to address issues related to the gay community, including discrimination and prejudice, but some felt that the execution could have been more refined.
He's not just playing for the other team.
Guys with Balls, originally titled Männer, is a 2004 German comedy movie directed by Sherry Horman. The movie follows the story of Eki, played by Maximilian Bruckner, a young and talented soccer player who is kicked off the team when his teammates discover he is gay. Determined to prove himself, Eki decides to form a all-gay soccer team to challenge his former team to a grudge match. Along the way, he learns about friendship, acceptance, and the power of self-confidence. The movie combines elements of sport comedy with a light-hearted exploration of LGBTQ+ themes. As Eki recruits players for the team, the narrative unfolds with humor and heart, addressing stereotypes and the challenging preconceptions about both sport and sexual orientation. Guys with Balls received generally positive reviews from critics, who commended its blend of comedy and social commentary. Maximilian Bruckner's performance as the lead character received praise, as did the movie's ability to tackle serious issues with a light and entertaining touch. The movie was appreciated for its positive portrayal of LGBTQ+ characters in the sport context, a setting that traditionally hasn't been explored in such a manner. While not without predictable elements, the movie was well received for its overall charm and positive message it conveyed.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Why don't you?
Brokeback Mountain is a 2005 romantic drama directed by L.I.E, based on the short story of the same name. The movie focuses on the complicated and enduring romantic relationship between two men, Ennis portrayed by Heath Ledger and Jack, portrayed by Jake Gyllenhaal, who forge a deep connection while tending sheep on the Brokeback Mountain, Wyoming during the early 1960s.
What are we supposed to do now, huh?
Get on in there and untangle them laying sheep out of ours, I guess.
Their bond spans over 2 decades, facing societal pressures, personal struggles, and the complexities of their own identities. The movie is widely celebrated for its powerful portrayal of love and longing, as well as its exploration of themes such as societal expectations, repression, and the impact of discrimination on personal relationships. Critics overwhelmingly praised Brokeback Mountain for its sensitive and nuanced depiction of same-sex relationships in a time and place where it faced severe societal condemnation. The performances of Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal were widely acclaimed, with Ledger earning accolades for his role after his death. The movie as a whole received numerous awards, including 3 Academy Awards, and was lauded for its poignant storytelling, exceptional cinematography, and the emotional resonance of the characters.
This story, my story, is a confession.
Based on a novel of the same name by Matthew Rettenmund, the character centers around X, a male escort in Seattle, who leads a seemingly carefree and emotionally detached life. He shares his home with 2 roommates, Andrew and Joey, and together they navigate the complexities of life, love, relationships, and intimacy. As X continues his escorting profession, he becomes entangled in a unique dynamic with one of his clients, leading to unexpected emotional revelations. The movie explores the themes of identity, intimacy, and the impact of past traumas on present relationships, offering a character-driven narrative that delves into the complexities of human connections. The Man in the Lighthouse tells of a young man living in a coastal town who takes on the responsibility of maintaining a lighthouse. The isolated setting becomes a backdrop for the exploration of Mateo's personal journey as he grapples with his sexuality and social expectations. The movie delves deep into themes of identity, self-discovery, and the challenges faced by those who deviate from social norms. The movie is known for its explicit and intimate scenes, which were groundbreaking for Philippine cinema at the time. Harry Laurel's performance as Mateo received positive reviews for its emotional depth and authenticity.
Ano kaya kung magtrabaho ako?
Ano naman trabaho?
Waiter, janitor.
Janitor?
Oo, gaya nung trabaho ko sa Parola.
My name is
is Harvey Milk, and I'm here to recruit you!
Milk is a 2008 biographical movie directed by Gus Van Sant, which tells the true story of Harvey Milk, portrayed by Sean Penn, the first openly gay elected official in California.
I would let him christen me if it means he's going to vote for the gay rights ordinance. We need allies.
I think he can
We
hear
need
everything.
everyone.
Set against the backdrop of San Francisco in the 1970s, the movie follows Milk's journey as he becomes a prominent figure in the LGBTQ rights movement. The movie highlights his political career, advocacy for gay rights, and his personal relationships.
Oh, now you tell me. New York police are the toughest, they're arrogant, and they're everywhere.
Including his turbulent romantic relationship with Scott Smith, portrayed by James Franco. The narrative builds towards the tragic end of Milk's life, culminating in his assassination in 1978.
You can never erase those words from the Declaration of Independence, no matter how hard you try!
I'm gay.
You're what?
Gay, 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 gay.
Based on a real-life story of Stephen J. Russell, Jim Carrey plays the former, an ex-police officer turned con artist. After a car accident prompts him to live his authentic life as a gay man, Russell embarks on a series of small crimes and white-collar crimes that eventually leads to multiple prison sentences. In prison, he falls deeply in love with his fellow inmate, Phillip Morris, and goes to great lengths to be with him, including multiple escapes and cons.
He failed to return a hire car. He rented a hire car and failed to return it on time. I think just forgot or wasn't in the best frame of mind at the time, so for one reason or another didn't return it, and they arrested him for theft, and he ended up in jail.
I love making top 10 lists on this channel. Why not check out some of my other videos, like the top 10 daytime TV hunks. I'll put a link over here. That's it. I'm just going to put links on the screen. You don't have to watch the video until the end. But thank you very much for watching.